feel like people don't necessarily I feel like people don't listen to what I have to say when I say it. I think that they're just acting like they're listening, but I don't really think that people are listening. And then also, I feel like there's such a misconception as to like what kind of woman I am. Like there's so many people who are so paranoid, and there are like so many people who are, you know, like they want to think something badly about me, but they don't necessarily like, I don't know. It's kind of like when you don't like somebody, or you want to not like somebody, and then that person turns out to be a likable person, and you can actually relate to that person, but then you fuck around and find out like you don't really, it's like you find all of these things wrong with a person because you want to not like them. I feel like I'm that person that people want to not like. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's kind of crazy for me at times. I was just out here taking pictures. I'm waiting on yes, I take public transportation, thank you. But yeah, I was just waiting outside and chilling out, enjoying this weather because it is really beautiful. But it's late in the day, it's about 5, so it's probably going to end up, you know, it's probably going to end up raining this evening. I wouldn't be surprised. What is it, the 27th? I think it's the 27th of the month of October. It's about 5 something. I don't know, you guys. I'm honestly just passing time with this video right here, but I think I'm gonna write some poetry tonight. I was inspired. I saw something and I was really inspired, and I haven't been inspired lately at all. I'm not the kind of person who can like, you know, go somewhere, be around certain people or whatever and feel inspired. Like I'm inspired by energy, certain energies. You know, even within myself, I literally can only work when I am at a certain frequency. You know, I'm not necessarily one of those people who can work at a low frequency. Like if I'm sad or something like that, or if something's wrong, like I just feel like it's not going to come out the way that it's intended to come out, the way it's supposed to. Because there's something that I have to, you know, work on in order for me to kind of get to that point where I'm like energetically free of all of that, you know? And then I can work, then I can like create. And I feel like that right now. And I'm so grateful for that. Because as someone who, you know, it's like as someone who creates, as someone who is big on expressing who I am in ways that people may not necessarily relate to, but once they get a hold of what I'm saying, once they really think about what I'm saying, it's not as surface-based as some people say it is. Because I think some of the things that I do and say, I think it reminds people of what it's like to have a soul. I think it reminds people of what it's like to like feel happiness, and you know what I'm saying, like, and or feel mad, and or feel sad, and or feel like just to feel. I think it reminds people, you know, what it's like to feel. And if I do work on a project and it doesn't have that effect on people, that's my goal. My goal is to remind people what it's like to be alive. crazy. It's one thing to be alive, but it's another thing to live, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of us don't really know exactly how to live, you know? Some of us have an idea. I'm one of those people who has an idea of like what it means to truly live. And I think that's one of the reasons why I seem so different, you know? I'm not sure, but I think. I don't know. I'm like, dang. If you only get one damn life to live, and everybody in that first life and or only life has completely screwed you over, what do you do with that energy? That's crazy to me. Like, what do you do with that? And is it wrong of me not to like, that I don't necessarily feel much about it? Maybe it's because like that deep down inside I knew that that was a thing already, and that's why I always kept my distance from people, you know? Like I didn't really like being around people like that because I knew deep down there was something just off about everybody. I just knew that it was important for me to know me. I knew it was important for me to know who the fuck I was. Like, fuck what everybody else was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I was in that energy. I'm grateful for that. Because it lets me know that I wasn't wrong. But even if I was, I wouldn't trip, but it let me know that I wasn't wrong about that, you know? And sometimes you need to know that you weren't tripping. Shit, you feel me? Sometimes you need to know that.